Twist Metal Black.
Oh yeah.
Have you played any of the Twist Metal games?
I've only ever seen footage of them. They look wild and crazy and hilarious and awesome.
Yeah, they need to come back. I love the 2012 or 2013 release. I love the gameplay in that one. However, the stories were very lacking, and they didn't really they were focused a little bit too much on the online. But anyway,
Mhm.
Twisted Metal Black is one of the most disturbing stories I've ever seen in video games. It affected me so much when I was a kid. I mean, I played it when I wasn't really supposed to, but
Mhm.
um, man, that game scared me to death. Just the stories were just horrifying, and even on my YouTube channel, I have the cutscene music that you cannot just simply find somewhere. They don't tell you where these albums come from because it's stock music, and I had to find it through YouTube music tags. That was, it's just simply
Mm.
detections. So I just did some research and I found those files of the tracks that were used in the cutscenes, and I uploaded them to my YouTube channel. Those are actually the most gradually consistent in views every day I get on my channel because people are actually looking for those songs. Um,
Hmm.
and so, Just Metal Black, it's one of those games where I don't know, the difficulty adjustments don't really make a huge difference, unfortunately. I guess hard mode is slightly more difficult, but really at that point you're you're dealing with a lot of RNG, so you kind of have to camp out for it to really work. And that's what I had to do, at least on the hardest
Hmm.
difficulty. You just find a really good spot that has you know, regenerating weapons, and you just kind of just sit there. That way you're not randomly getting hit and just killed constantly. So unfortunately, the hardest difficulty is more like a camp motivator.
Hmm.
um, but yeah, horrific stories. Some of the best stories I've seen in video games, and also just excellent gameplay, awesome level design. I enjoy it every time I play it. I would really wish I could play it more. It needs an upgrade. It's something that I'm really expecting them to announce one day, that it's getting an upgrade, because it definitely deserves one. I'm definitely curious to see how they would handle it. I hope they don't ruin the cutscenes, because cutscenes are very eerie. They have like moments of movement and moments of just stillness with zoom ins, and the world is just absolutely horrific. And if they upgrade it, they need to match it. They need to handle that part perfectly, and maybe even refine the gameplay to the 2013 standard, and you would have an outstanding Twisted Metal game. Did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, no, I've never really had any experience with the Twisted Metal games. I've only ever, like I said, yeah, just watched some videos. I'm like, huh, that's certainly a concept. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
but
definitely unpredictable. You can just jump in, and you got so many, opponent. Now, one thing that's kind of a problem, but not really, because I'm not sure how it would work. But you're out in the field, and it's a contest, but it feels like everybody's trying to kill you instead of everybody trying to fight each other individually.
Mhm.
But I feel like, it could work if they did less damage to each other and more damage to you. I think that would be a good balance, but at least it would feel like a contest.
Sometimes that's the thing with AI is it feels like they prioritize the player.
Hmm.
You're like, okay, is this a free for all or team deathmatch, and I'm the only one on my team?
Yeah, and so there are some issues, definitely, and I feel like, what I just mentioned wouldn't be such a big deal. I mean, it'd be amazing if you're fighting like 10 opponents, you're focusing on one guy, and then if while you're driving, if you happen to notice, you could see AI fighting each other, and I think that would be a very fascinating fix.